Hi guys, Jason P here with the Umbrella Real Estate Group, and we have Hardeep Sidhu and Ralph Canlas from the group, and today we have a very special guest for our couch talk. We have Ron Torres from our office, a good friend and a colleague here, who is basically a title holder of the Diamond Award year after year. So very accomplished agent, and welcome to our couch talk. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the intro.
No worries. Yeah, no worries. So today we wanted to discuss with you guys exactly what's happening on the market. I know there's a big question mark that's going on, and we wanted to share our experiences with you guys in terms of what we feel like maybe where the trend is going. Obviously, for full disclaimer, we don't know what the future is. We don't know what's going to happen, but this is what's sort of happening in our market right now, right? What would you say is what's happening in our market right now? Because it's very interesting.
You bring a really good point. Like, we don't have a crystal ball.
Exactly.
So we can't tell what's going to happen in the next 10 days, 10 years, whatever it may be.
Right.
But we could just speak on what's been happening the last few months.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Yes.
agree.
And the last few months, what we've noticed is a slowdown in the market, a general
Right.
slowdown. There's a seller's market where there's very low demand, or very high demand and low inventory.
Right.
And then there's a buyer's market where there's opposite, right?
Correct.
Flip, where there's
Correct.
a lot to choose from,
Right.
and many buyers competing.
That's right.
I want to say we're trending towards that sort of stable market
Mhm.
where there's sufficient enough listings on the market,
Right.
but also sufficient enough buyers.
Right. Right.
So we're not totally in a buyer's market yet,
That's right.
but we're
Yeah.
heading there.
Or we're getting there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. With like single family detached homes, they're trending into the buyer's market right now. With only like 15% sale to ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
I agree because I had a listing appointment in Fraser Heights where I saw listings sitting for 30 days, even longer. And when I did a blanket search of just resale homes, I think at that moment there's 49 listings. So I was telling my clients, I'm like, okay, these are all potentially your competition. Not exactly the same features, some are newer, some are older, but nevertheless, in one small neighborhood alone, there's a lot of listings now,
Yeah.
right? So which is, I think, it's creating that shift,
Yeah.
in sort of in our market these days, right?
That being said, the 49 listings 2 or 3 months ago, you checked 48 out of 49 and they'd all be accepted offer or sold
That's correct.
within days.
Yes,
And
yes.
now you're typing and you're checking with the agents, and guess what?
It's still available.
It's still available. Oh,
Yes.
it's still available?
Yes, yes, yes.
So,
And
you're
then
really
the
not
decreasing
sure.
prices as well. Yeah, but just to elaborate on the differences over the past couple months, nowadays they're accepting, subject to sale, not like
Yes,
a couple months
that's
ago,
right,
they
yes.
accepting, subject free. It was pretty common, 2 months ago, I would say?
Exactly, yeah. Because I actually had a conversation with a client today too, where I actually suggested maybe we should look first now,
Yeah.
as opposed to before when I listed, I'm like, I think we have to sell our house first because no one's gonna, entertain a subject to sale. But now we're finding that there's a lot more, I guess, inventory thereby. There's a lot more options for our buyers out there. So the subject to sale is actually being entertained by many buyers these days.
Yeah, I'm
right?
also seeing sometimes there's only one offer.
That's right. Yes. Yes.
That's true. Now, I'm working with a buyer now who's looking at a house in Fleetwood. Nice house, no basement suite, but fixer-upper-ish.
Okay.
Decently priced, but the seller's expecting more than the asking price.
Based on January, February stats. That's
Exactly.
correct.
So I do want to say that we missed the peak. The peak of the market was probably January.
February.
February,
yes,
right?
I'd say yes.
Once Valentine's hit, Cupid just shot there.
decided. That's it.
That's it.
No more love story for this.
That's what happened, and I think we missed the peak. But a lot of sellers, they still think, that we're still there, and we're definitely not.
Right,
there.
right. And I think what a lot of sellers has to realize as well is that even if we're starting to sort of, I guess, peak down, or how do you call it, go down in price value, based from last year, we're still up, because we did experience an unprecedented sort of increase in market value, and that in itself is quite big. Markets appreciate, some markets 40%, 30%, and that's phenomenal when it comes to prices, right? So I think what we wanted to say to the sellers out there is that if you're that motivated, consider the lower value, because perhaps that's where we're going. And honestly, we wish it's more, right? We work by percentage, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, the higher that we can sell your home, the better it is. But the truth is, none of us as realtors, as much as we have the expertise, we can't predict, you know, the amount of buyers that's going to come in, the people that will be offering, you know, to your homes, right? So
Absolutely.
As a like a local homeowner, instead of like a foreign one, we want to we like our home prices to be still high for some reason.
of course,
Yeah, absolutely. I think like obviously as a homeowner you want your price high.
Yeah.
You don't want to sell low.
yeah, exactly.
But the problem is a lot of people don't understand that like realtors like ourselves, like you were saying, we're realtors, we're not magicians.
Exactly. Yes,
So
yes.
We you know we can only control what it does.
Exactly.
Where the market is.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
And we'll assist you and advise you in that aspect. But it's really tough, and I think number one thing right now that we all have to keep in mind, especially that we have to all manage our expectations.
Right.
It's changing, and we have to change with that and evolve with that.
I completely agree. Okay, well, thank you guys. For any last thoughts before we thank you for your time? I know it's not, you know, easy to kind of manage and all that, but we appreciate your input and your value here coming here to our couch talk. But any last words you guys wanted to share? Any listings you want to plug?
No listings right now, but thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. And that being said, thanks guys. Umbrella's always had my back, always had me covered. And it's nice to reciprocate like the friendship and like the camaraderie in the office. So I'm here whenever, and I'm here for my check now. For I'm just joking. Pay the fee. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you for your time. Umbrella Group here with Ron Torres from Sachin Premier Realty. We hope to see you again next week.
See you guys.